गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः सीताया पतये नमः सीताया पतये नमः. Now we are entering into Kishkinda Kand, and we just saw the deliverance of Shabri. So that was the last part, and here Bhakti Mukti Vidhayini Bhagavata Shri Ramachandrasya He Loka Kama Dughangri Pa Yugalam Sevdha Matsukaha Nana Jnana Vishesha Mantra Vitatim Tyaktva Sudure Bhrusham Ramam Shamatanum Smarari Hridaya Bhantam Bhajadhvam Buddhaha. O people, creatures of the world, Lord Sri Ramchandra, dedication and worship is the only bestower or giver of mukti. So here, when Shabri, who was waiting for many decades for Ramchandra ji to come, and only on one, her guru had told, she was a Shudra. She was uneducated. All she used to do was clean the ashram early in the morning at 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the morning, and before all the Brahmin students used to come, she used to withdraw. But throughout the day, she will keep listening to the Vedas, the Vedic chanting and the satsangs that was going on. And when Matanga Muni, in charge of the ashram, when he was about to leave his body, at that time she came and asked, what will happen to me now? What will I do? And namaskar. And he, Matang Muni said, you have exemplified service. You have done Nishkama Seva without expecting anything in return. And I know that these students will not keep you here. She says that these students will all send me out of the ashram because I am not a Brahmin. It was because of you that I was here. So what do I do? He says, you take Sri Ram Nam and go towards the north, and because of the seva that you have done, Lord Ram will come and give you darshan. Not that you have to search for him. You go in the north, and she goes to the north, and near Rishyamukh Parvat, between Panchavati and Rishyamukh Parvat, she builds a small kutia, and there every day, just like Nandi, she is waiting for, Nandi is waiting for Lord Shiva, Shabri is only waiting. That is the biggest lesson. We want everything instant gratification. If I said movie, I want to finish it this morning. Yesterday it was left. But Shabri is a murti of waiting, like Nandi. And she is waiting, taking the name of Sri Ram, remembering Sri Ram in her heart and on her lips every day, preparing the kutia or the ashram wherever she is staying, every day with the expectation that Sri Ram is going to come today. She doesn't know how he looks. She doesn't know he's going to come with his brother. She doesn't know he's young, middle-aged or old. She doesn't know anything. All she knows is my Guru told me, take the name of Sri Ram and Sri Ram is going to come and give you darshan and that will be your salvation. Yesterday we saw Hiranyakashipu's Vadha by Narsimha, or this morning, and Prahlad said, oh Lord, please forgive my father for the ill will that he harbored in his heart towards you. And he says, don't worry about it. My mere touch to your father has absolved him of all the sins. Mere touch. Just like a mere presence of light removes all darkness, exactly like that, the touch of the Lord, a presence of the Lord, the vibration of the Lord or vision of the Lord is enough to absolve us of all our sins. See? And keeping the words of our Guru Maharaj in her heart, she has been preparing every day with the expectation that Lord is going to come and give her darshan. And when eventually Lord comes, that preparation, that waiting has matured her. There's no other desire other than waiting for Lord. That's the only desire. And that has matured her. And when she says, I can see you as the Lord, I can see you as Narayana, she sings a stuti. We did that already. She sings the stuti of the Lord, recognizes him straight away. And then वो सब fruit देने का सब story है, but she recognizes Sri Ram for what he really is. What is he? Lord Narayana. And having recognized that, with that humbleness, she says, please guide me now. What do I do next? And please give me some advice. And Ramchandra ji, here, he gives him the Nava Vidha Bhakti. You have heard of that Nava Vidha Bhakti? And that 9 ways of devotion here he had given. Where are we? I'll tell you. हाँ, अष्टमम आ गया तो मतलब आ ही गया. कहाँ गया? हाँ. So, सताम संगति रेवात्र sadhanam parathamam smrutam. That means remain in satsang, remain with good people, remain with Mahatmas. That is the first. First is Sangati. Wean away from unwanted groups of people or unwanted people. Who are these unwanted people? Who only talk about world, who only talk about food, who only talk about the fulfillment of desires of the world. Then who are these people? Satsangi people who only talk about God or the Paramatma and how to be at one ment with him right now while we are in satsang, not afterwards. And that was the first one. Dvitiyam mat kathalapas, tritiyam mat guneranam. The second is singing the glory, reciting the glory, or praising the Lord through the stories of his divine birth and his deeds in the world. And the third method is to talk about the virtues and values for which the Lord stands. So why do we pray his feet? Vishnu Pad, or we have Guru Paduka Stotram for that matter. So why do we, in many houses, even if you go to Balaji temple, there also the Vishnu Pad is given. If you go to Narsova Vadi, there also Dattatreya Padukas are there. So why? Because that is on which he stands. And what does he stand on? What are the qualities? What are the abilities? What is his disposition? What are his attributes? And when we pray to those feet, automatically all the qualities of the Lord start getting inculcated within us. Whatever you think of, that will start expressing through you. A small child looking at Michael Jackson and seeing him dance, after some time starts dancing like him.
Yeah.
He starts doing moonwalk. Involuntarily he starts. Like his small, not his his small kid, then he is there, and that कौन सा वो हिंदी गाना चल रहा था भारत मेरे देश नन्ना मुन्ना राजू, and this fellow is marching there. He's only 2 years. Nanna Munna Raju, the moment that song began, he started marching. Only with one leg. One leg is stable. And then anything, he had something there, put it immediately. Jhanda leke khada ho gaya. See? So automatically it gets inculcated. Point is, are we focused enough like that child on the feet of the Lord? So he has got no corruption in his mind. He is absolutely pure. Whatever is coming, that is percolating into his mind. He is getting programmed. Are we available like that for the Lord? When we think of we have a temple, for so many years we are praying to the temple. Koi quality ghusi kya abhi tak? I'm not saying yes or no. I'm just asking a question. Has any quality, any value, any attribute, any ability of the Lord, has it started expressing through you? The reason is, if it is not, because we are not empty, we still see him through the eyes of the world. We are not completely available like Shabri, or completely available like Prahlad, or completely available like Dhruva. Then it is possible. So ever remain a learner. Don't become grown up. Become wise. Prahlad is only 5-6 years old, but he is wise. He is far more in wisdom than his father.
Yeah.
But he is innocent. That innocence must not be lost in our heart. See? So maintain that childishness within you, but at the same time, the wisdom does not come because you have experienced life. Wisdom, if you say, मैंने घाट घाट का पानी पिया है, it's a big ego. You heard that statement? घाट घाट का पानी पिया है. So how did Prahlad get the wisdom? He also went through the experiences, but his attention was not on the experiences. His attention was on the Lord. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Shabri, Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram. And in the remembrance of that Shri Ram, she is doing all her activities. And that brought about the wisdom, that brought about the transformation of her vision, where she is able to see the moment Lord Ram comes, she is able to recognize him. And not only recognize him, she is able to see him for what he really is, that is Lord Narayana. And she sings his glory. Then the fourth one is, where are we? Tritiyam. व्याख्यातृत्वं मद्वचसां चतुर्थं साधनं भवेत्. And panchamam punyashilatvam yamadi niyamadi cha. So here the fourth method is to explain to others about my divine words. That's what we are doing. Third, yesterday the children sang. All that is part of the Nava Vidha Bhakti. The fifth one is to serve one's Guru. So Guru Vakya is the final. Guru Gobind do khade kako lagu paye. Guru and Gobind both are standing in front of me. Whose feet do I hold on to? तो गुरु गोविंद दो घोड़े काको लागू पाए, बलिहारी जाऊं गुरु के गोविंद दियो मिलाए. तो only by Guru's grace, only because of Matang Muni's words, chant Ram, Ram will come. No doubt, there is no question, there is no argument, but how, but when, but how many years, nah. If you have that type of faith in the word of the teacher, then miracles happen. Then divinity is not far away. We even are ready to assess the teacher. We are ready to assess the Guru. We compare the Guru. We heard here somewhere, we heard there somewhere, we heard something on YouTube, and we think, this fellow, why didn't he cover that point? Why didn't he cover that point? We are assessing. We are not available to what is going on at this very moment, isn't it? So this habit we have to get out of. And in this way, the fifth one is to serve the Guru with full devotion and sincerity, and the thinking of the Guru Maharaj as next only to God, and without any judgment, without any comparison, without any conceit, without any hypocrisy. Then the sixth path is to observe purity of thought and purity of thought, purity of behavior, and maintain the poise, remain centered in your life, within yourself, and not be disturbed by whatever is coming. So meaning practicing self-control, yama niyama. Yama niyama means what? Yama means live such a way that you do not disturb the world by thought, word and deed, and don't get disturbed by thought, word and deed. Niyama means live such a disciplined life that you don't become a problem to yourself. We are the biggest problem to ourselves, because one thought comes and your concentration is distracted, isn't it? So that is the sixth path. And so live a disciplined life and dedicated to the Lord and keep worshiping Him. Seventh path is concentrating and meditating on the Lord. Meditate on Him, on His form, or on His name, or on His Nirgun Nirakar Roop, whichever way works for you. Wherever naturally your inclination is, start from there. Don't copy others. Don't copy someone who says something. You look into your heart. If a form is coming, so be it. If no form is, only quality is coming, so be it. If only name is coming, so be it. Be truthful to yourself. That small kid's intellect is not clicked in yet. He is not able to discriminate. Another 1 year he will say, Mummy, I will not do puja. But for 3 years you did, or 2 years you did. No. Suddenly the I will come now. Right now there is no I there. So we also, when we are contemplating and meditating on the Lord and worshipping Him, whether it is with form, without form, or on attributes, or on qualities, or on the values that He lives for, any one you catch naturally, and it will become the doorway to Him. And in this way, that was the seventh one. And then the eighth one is that to worship, respect, revere, honor, and adore all the devotees of the Lord, and without dividing them to good devotees or bad devotees. Everyone, He is everywhere. He is everything. He is everyone. He is expressing inside and outside of everyone. Maintain that disposition in your mind so that you don't judge anyone. And if any devotee comes in front of you, give him full respect, reverence, because you are also a devotee of the Lord. Don't think I am a greater devotee, so he should touch my feet. No. And not only human beings, but also all creatures in this creation are His expression alone, because He's in scriptures it is said He is the nimitta and upadan karan of the creation. He is the efficient cause of the creation, meaning He is the creator, and to create you need some material. A goldsmith is the creator of all the ornaments, but he needs material called gold. But the goldsmith is not gold. But in God's case, Bhagwan's case, God is the creator and God is the material. See? Wonderful. Water is the material and water itself creates all the waves. Space is the material, out of space only air, fire, water, earth and all the beings and everything at a physical level comes about. So Bhagwan is the conscious principle who is the creator. By his will everything comes about, and the material with which the whole creation is made, that also he is. So we see that in our Puranic stories that Brahmaji was first, by the Lord's will alone, Brahmaji was created, isn't it? He came out of the navel. But Brahmaji is the conscious principle. He is the Jiva, first Jiva. So when he was created, he looked around, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Then he went back into the lotus, he went back into the stalk of the lotus, he went back to the navel of the Lord. There he saw infinite space. And he says, what do I do? What do I do? Then he was told, do tapas. And for how to do tapas, then he was told Om. And then he came back on his lotus and he started chanting Om. And as a result of chanting Om, he became clear what his purpose in creation was, why he had come into existence. Because he could not find the source. Because Narayana is millions, zillion times bigger than one Brahmaji. So that Brahmaji could not find out his source because his Nirgun Nirakar, when he went in, it was all empty space. But he heard his sound, his voice. Do tapas, and the way to do tapas is Om. And that's an indication for us also. Chant Om. You will become clear of your purpose in life. And as he chanted, then the Akashvani said that your purpose is to create the creation, expand the creation. He says, how do I expand? Then he used the material of space, air, fire, water, earth. Brahmaji does not create space, air, fire, water, earth. It is created by the Lord through his Shakti. He just uses that and then mixes permutation, combination, and the variety comes about. Then the first variety came was Sanat Kumara, second variety came was Narad Muni, third variety came was Manu and Shatrupa, and before that so many rishis were born, and those rishis then got married to the Shatarupas and Manu's daughters, and the creation started expanding. So this is how we can also. Listening is enough. If we are empty, it will click right now, like in Arjuna or Prahlad, who had a prenatal education, or in the womb itself he got the education of his purpose. And his purpose was, I am a devotee of the Lord and Lord is the ultimate and my purpose is to only remember him. We understand all this, but we don't do it. To exclusively. If you do, all answers are with the Lord. If you think that we can find answers in our career, if by ourselves, you are knocking on the wrong door. You will only complicate your life. Only complicate your life. You have to live Sahaj. Shabri did not argue with her teacher. She just lived Sahaj, taking the name of the Lord and waiting. We worry about how will our children grow, your doubt about your own children makes them go the wrong way. You trust. You trust that Bhagwan has brought this soul into my life, and he will take care of it. And if he's taking care of it, he can never do anything wrong. Yes, they may go through ups and downs in life, challenges in life. Ramchandra ji also went through different challenges in life. But that does not mean he lost the plot. At the right time, the right teacher came and gave the right direction, isn't it? In our life also it happens. Trust the process. Trust the Lord. Because he has all the answers. He does not tell, I will do this, I will do that. But he will guide you. The right teachers will keep coming. Right scriptures will keep coming. Right company will keep coming. You should not doubt. That's the main message here. Shabri did not doubt. Shirdi Sai Baba says, Shraddha or Saburi. So have faith in the Lord and have patience. Everything fall in place. And then that was the Shamadama. And where is the ninth one? कहाँ गया भैया? अरे यार कहाँ गया ninth? संस्कृत में कहाँ है? अष्टमम नवमम तत्विचारो, अष्टमम नवम, अच्छा यहाँ पे है। अच्छा वो तो हमने देख लिया। बाह्यार्थेषु विरागित्वं समाधि सहितं तथा अष्टमं नवमं तत्व विचारो मम भामिनी एवं नवविधा भक्तिः साधनं यस्य कस्य वा स्त्रियो वा पुरुषस्यापि तिर्यग्योनिगतस्य वा भक्ति संजायते प्रेम लक्षणा शुभलक्षणे. And here he says the eighth path is that of worship, reverence towards all the creatures in the creation, and then the ninth is to discuss, contemplate, and ponder upon the truths that are being presented when when living life or when remembering the Lord. Through his leelas. In that all the truths are given, all the principles are given, and in this way, oh lady, this is the Nava Vidha Bhakti, and then he says that anyone who has any one of these or all of these or some of these practices these paths, whether it is a man or a woman or a bird or an animal or any other form of creature. It can be ogre, it can be Rakshasa, it can be Asura, it can be Gandharva, anyone. Because Prahlad was not a human, Prahlad was not a Dev, Prahlad was an Asura. And yet he has become the greatest devotee. And any form of creature, they will have once they practice any one of these, in their heart, the devotion will get sprouted and it will lead to consummation with the Lord. Sprouting of bhakti means what?
Spark.
What spark?
Complete focus.
Complete focus, but that is your focus. Still I am there. Sprouting of bhakti is like,
having having Bhagwan in our heart all the time.
Good. Having, not having Bhagwan.
Yeah.
Not realizing.
Thought of Bhagwan all the time.
Whether you like it or not, Bhagwan does not leave your heart.
Okay.
That is the sprouting of bhakti. You have heard of Vaikhari Madhyama Pashyanti Para? The japa, the sequence. A point comes after Madhyama and between Pashyanti where it is called Ajapa Japa Sthiti. Have you heard of that? Where in your mind the name of the Lord without your will is going on in your mind.
Okay. Subconscious.
Not subconscious, conscious also. It will not allow you to sleep, it will not allow you to focus on anything initially. The Lord takes over your mind. Just like right now, your family has taken over your mind. Knowingly or unknowingly, you are always working towards your family and their betterment, isn't it?
Yeah.
The day the Lord Ram, he takes over your heart and mind, then that is sprouting of bhakti. Then you become like fish out of water. You want to spend more and more time. Yesterday we saw, no, Prahlad.
Yeah.
And he said, initially it was his conviction. And his conviction took him to a point where he could not think of anything else but Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And Bhagwan gave him darshan. And he assures, so I'll take care of you, don't worry. And that happens. Literally it happens in the life of a devotee. that the Bhagwan gives. He says, Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yoga kshemam vahamyaham. He says, I'll take care. Here the taking care is about outside and inside, what you have and what you don't have. But once the devotion sprouts, you don't even want him to take care of what you have, what you don't have. He is taken over you. You are no longer an individual after that. Your only definition about yourself, if at all, is I am the devotee of the Lord, I am the servant of the Lord, I am a part of the Lord. When Hanumanji says, as body I am the sevak of the Lord Sri Ram, and as the soul, as the Jivatma, I am a part of you, O Lord, and as Atma, you and me are not different. This realization happens by the grace of the divine. See? This is sprouting of bhakti, where you cannot, at a very gross level, you cannot live without, you are pining to be one with him. And there are glimpses every now and then where you find yourself in his laps, you find yourself in deep meditation on his form and merge into him. But after that, life continues. Body is still there. It has not become dead. When you come out, again the separation, then the pining. And then Mahatmas like Jnaneshwar Maharaj, Tukaram, Eknath Maharaj, they write the Viraha Geet, Viraha Abhang. Viraha means the pangs of separation. And then they sing a little bit, again they lose themselves in it. We are also doing the same thing. You know it or not, I don't know. When? Correct. So every day we wake up in the daytime and dream, we are separated from, as if we are separated from ourselves, and in deep sleep again we become one with our essential nature or divinity. Between every two thoughts we are one with ourselves, but it is too short-lived, again we get distracted by the next thought. So we have to recognize that in spite of all these distractions, Lord has never left us. One devotee, he had asked the Lord said, I am always there with you, man. He said, yes, and I know. How do you know? Because when I go on the beach, I always see a pair of feet next to me, and I know that it is yours. And then, and I really thank you, Lord. And then as life goes on, some difficulties came, and when difficulties came, challenges came, he started losing his business, someone in his nears and dear started dying, and he used to still go for the walk on the beach, and now as his problems began in life, he started seeing only one pair of feet, not the other pair of feet. And one day, suddenly he realized, Arey yaar, Lord has abandoned me. Lord is not next to me. This is not fair. So one day he sat down and he said, oh Lord, in my good times you were walking next to me.
In my bad time, you're not
In
there.
bad times you have abandoned me. He says, son, I am the one who's carrying you that time. Those feet are my feetprints, not yours. See? So have this type of understand that he has never left us. So this, our Shabri Mata, has all these Nava Vidha Bhakti in full expressing through her, and Sri Ramchandra ji has mentioned these Nava Vidha Bhakti not to instruct her, but he has told these Nava Vidha Bhakti to recognize that they are already present in Shabri. And having told her, he says, you already are Nava Vidha Bhakti Sampanna. And the moment he says that, the thing, so here it says, see, Bhaktau Sangyata Matrayam Mattattvanubhavastada Mamanubhava Siddhasya Muktis Tatraiva Janmani Syat Tasmat Karanam Bhaktihi Mokshasyeti Sunishchitam Prathamam Sadhanam Yasya Bhavet Tasya Kramena Tu bhavet sarvam tato bhaktihi muktirev sunischitam yasman mad bhakti yuktatvam tato ham tvam upasthitah. As soon as this bhakti emerges in one's heart and mind, one can experience, the Lord is saying, one can experience my true form. See? When yesterday's story or this morning's story, when Prahlad has been thrown by Shukracharya in the ocean and he falls into the water, Varun Dev protects him, brings him out and puts him on the beach. And when he sits on the beach, he says, I want, Varun Dev, you know, you have seen the Lord. He says, please bless me that I have the darshan of the Lord and I realize him. He says, all you can do is call him out. But what makes you think that he is not also wanting to be one with you? Varun Dev says, what makes you think that he is not also pining to be one with you? As much as you are pining for him, he is also pining for you because he is everywhere. And when Varun Dev says this and goes away, Prahlad, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, bolte, he just goes to, you can say, into sleep or into samadhi, and suddenly in the subconscious mind, the Lord has taken him in his lap and he is instructing him and gives him assurance that I am always there for you. I want, as much as you want to be one with me, that much I also want to be with you. I am your sevak, I am your devotee, I am your servant. He says, no Lord, don't say that, don't, it will be papam if you say that you are. No, he says, there are very rare devotees who think about me with such fervor and devotion, and gives him all the blessings. See? And such people we call as Mahatmas. Those who have realized the Lord in their heart, such people we call as Mahatmas. Nowadays in Vrindavan, that Swami Paramananda Swami is there. He was a Kattar Vedanti back in Varanasi. One day he came to Vrindavan, came to realize that enough of Vedanta, Radhe, 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 he started. Now you see him. Don't look at his name and fame, but see him as because Vedanta is on one hand, Nirgun, Nirakar, Tattva, etc. But Radhe, 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 Radha is the potentiality, Radha is the Shakti, Radhe Krishna. So she is thinking of both of them. And as he is reveling in their name, she is making him an instrument to spread the word of the Lord to so many more people. Where was he known before? He was not known to anyone. See? And in this way, therefore it is proved beyond doubt that the only means of emancipation and salvation is sincere and unwavering devotion and bhakti towards me, the Lord. Sri Ram is saying. And here when Sri Ram is saying these words, bhakti and devotion towards me, understand, it is not Sri Ram speaking. Then who is speaking? It's not a difficult question.
Narayan.
Narayan is speaking. So when your child comes in front of you, is the woman speaking? Who is speaking? Mother is speaking. If the husband comes in front of you, is the woman speaking? No. Is the wife speaking? So similarly, when he is in front of Shabri, who has recognized his true nature, it is the Narayan speaking. It is not Sri Ram. Yes, you will see Sri Ram speaking, but his attention is on his original. Same way in Bhagavad Gita also we see Sri Krishna different times taking different positions. Somewhere he takes the position of a Sakshi, somewhere he takes the position of the Ishvara, somewhere he takes the position of a Yogi, somewhere he takes the position of a Trigunatita Purusha. And because he has taken the overview of the higher position, he is able to see all other positions crystal clear. We get lost in being a father or being a brother or being a son or being a husband, because we don't take the eagle's viewpoint. Hey, I am the man. All these roles are mine. And when you see all the roles in their entirety and in their expression, then you will not get lost in any role. Then you will not react in any role. Then you will be responsible. Practice that. And in this way, as a result, they are sure to get both devotion as well emancipation or salvation simultaneously, since you are endowed with my pure and sincere bhakti. But Sri Ramchandra is saying, Yasmad mad bhakti yukta tvam. He is not saying that I am giving you these instructions. He says you are already yukta. You are already having all these Nava Vidha Bhakti. Tato ham swam upastitaha. Therefore I have come in your presence. Because these Nava Vidha Bhakti have already become matured in you. Therefore, the time has come for me to come in front of you. This is not Sri Ram. Remember, Sri Ram is only searching for Sita. It is Narayana speaking now. See? And in this way, and now that you have had my darshan, your salvation is indeed a certainty. When Prahlad asked about salvation for his father to be forgiven, he said, my touch alone made him pure, and he has become one with me. He's gone back to being Jai Vijay. You see? So when we have the darshan of the Lord, whenever it is, it can be right now, or it can be many lifetimes later. Then what will happen to you? You will have no doubt that you are none other than the divine, that you are the part of the divine, or you are the Parabrahma Paramatma. And then you continue playing the role whatever Lord wants you to play the role. Simple as that. Then there's no question of aham in your life then. This is a knack that will come when devotion sprouts. When the Lord gives. Darshan does not mean only by a form. It can be by way of sound also. It can be a way of intuitive knowing also. If you know, then do tell. Now Sri Ram tells him, again he takes the position back as Sri Ram. Message given, Ashirwad given, back to Sri Ram. And he says, if you know, then please tell me, Yadi janasi me bruhi Sita kamala lochana. If you know, again back to, where is my Sita? So just now, such wise words he was talking, Nava Vidha Bhakti he was giving. Suddenly back to, hey Sita, ha Sita, where is my darling? Again pining for her, for his Shakti. And he says, if you know, please tell me the whereabouts of my lotus-eyed Sita. Kutraste kena vak nita priya me priya darshana. Who has taken away my pleasant-looking and beloved wife or Sita? And saying this, Shabri tells him that, oh Lord, you know everything. You are only asking this question so that I become great, that I guided you. But you are Narayana. You know everything. You know the whereabouts. You know who has taken away. But since you have asked me the question, I will tell you. Please go to, I saw Ravana take Sita away to south, and in that journey, see how the Siddhis come. She doesn't know, but she says, because the Lord has asked, the words are coming. She says, please go to Rishyamukh Parvat. There you will get help from Sugriv and Hanuman, and they will help you in your search for Sita, and you will be successful. She is giving Ashirwad. You will be successful. To whom? Not to Narayana, to Ram. See how catch these principles in your daily life. And this way, then he says, "O Sri Ram, there is a lake called Pampa. Near the Pampa is the Rishyamukh Parvat. On that, the king Sugriv is there. He has been wronged by his brother Bali, and he is there with his 4-5 ministers, and they will all help you to find your Sita." And now, having said that, "Aham agnim pravekshami tavagre raghunandana." And while you are in front of me, my purpose of life has been fulfilled. Now I don't have the need to live anymore. So I'm going to enter into the fire in front of your eyes and merge into you. So it's not that she had kept the fire and wood ready. It's by she invokes the Agni in her body, and her whole body becomes ashes right in front of the eyes of the Lord. See? Muhurtam tishta Rajendra yavad dakdha kalevaram yasyami bhagavan Rama tava Vishnu param padam. See how beautiful. Iti Ramam samabhyantya pravivesha hutashanam kshana nirdhuya sakalam avidyakrita bandhanam Rama prasadat shabari moksham prapati durlabham. You can understand. Let's chant it slowly. Little bit you can understand. So, O Sri Ram, who is the Rajendra, Raja Indra, who is the king of Indra also, and till the time I burn my coil and go to the abode of Lord Vishnu, you must wait for one muhurt. Till then you should wait. And what is this one muhurt? It is about 45-47 minutes or 48 minutes. And after talking with Sri Ram in the above manner, Shabari entered into the fire, and in a moment she burnt the whole body was burnt to ashes. Another understanding of burnt to ashes does not mean that it became ashes literally. Another meaning is you in your mind, you have heard of Avdhutas? Avdhuta, there are masters some are devotional masters, some are samadhi masters, some are Avdhut. They don't have any body identification whatsoever, isn't it? Right now there is one Swami Jagdishanandji Maharaj. He's called as Babji. Our Nityanand Maharaj was an Avdhut, Bhagwan Nityanand Maharaj. So like that, many of them are there. And these Avdhuts are who have turned their body into dust, meaning there is no moment in their life where they live with body identification. They are not even aware where they are doing the toilet, where they are doing the susu, what they are eating. Our Gajanan Maharaj was an Avdhut. He was seen eating food outside the priest's family who was doing Satyanarayan Puja, and when priest came to throw his pattal outside, he saw this young man taking food from the pattal and feeding the dog, and whatever is outside the mouth of the dog, he is eating that. And he felt disgusted. How dare you? Don't you have any dignity? Don't you have any self-respect? He says, why? I'm eating prasad. And while he is looking, he goes to the gutter. In those days, the gutter was in front of the house, and puts his palm in the water, takes it and drinks it, the dirty water. He says, my God. But when he says, see, I'm drinking Ganga Jal. When he picked up the water, it was absolutely crystal clear. But that presence of the Gajanan Maharaj left a lasting impact on the mind of that priest. And then he was giving Bhagavad Katha in the temple, and while he was singing the Bhagavad Katha, he makes one mistake, and Gajanan Maharaj was sitting outside the temple under a audumber tree, and from there he says, hey, you made this mistake. And after the Katha was over, he realized he has made the mistake. And this fellow is the same fellow who was eating outside, and he is correcting me. Then after the Katha is over, he couldn't get in the middle of the Katha. After Katha he gets over. Till then he was sitting. The moment he goes there, he vanishes. And now he searches. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? He will appear here somewhere, suddenly he will vanish. Turns the corner, he is gone. You can't see him anywhere. He becomes a devotee of Gajanan Maharaj. See? So, and as a result of having left her mortal coil in the presence of the Lord, see, becoming body disidentified cannot happen if you are conscious of the body. You understand what I am saying? If you are thinking of the world, can you go to sleep? So what is the requirement to go to sleep? That when you go to sleep, not even one thought of the world, waking or dream, must be present in your mind, isn't it? Can you bring it about, or it happens by naturally? Happens naturally. Same way, when our devotion reaches such a peak, it matures. Ananya Bhakti. It sprouts in our heart and mind, where we want nothing other than the Lord. We want to be only one with Him. That time, as a result, your attention is not on the body. Your attention is not whether you have had breakfast, lunch or dinner. Your attention is not whether there is heat or cold. Your attention is not on your family and your children or your husband or your wife or your parents. Exclusively you are available to the Lord. In fact, Lord has made sure you are only exclusively thinking about Him. At that moment, this body disidentification happens. Not because you want it. It happens as a result of this, because you are not available. And that is called as what Shabri is going through. She turns the... Ahalya also did that. She also turned her body into ashes. She says, I don't want to go back to my husband who didn't trust me, who didn't respect me. Same way, Shabri also is here. If you take it at a physical level, it is ashes. But understand the subtle meaning also, that it means she has become totally disidentified, and now she is only living for the Lord. Mere to Giridhar Gopal, dusra na koi. Mirabai also, she was so intoxicated with the Lord and His name that when the king was sent her to be killed, she went into the temple and vanished into the Lord. You know the story. See, these things happen. Even today they happen. Even today they happen. So even though she was born in a low family, in a Shudra family, but when the Lord came and gave her the darshan, she attained salvation, and even which is durlabha even for great pandits, great gods. It is even durlabh for them. It is very difficult for them to attain that. But being uneducated, it doesn't mean that we should no, if she is uneducated, I will also not study anything. No, you study. Your disposition is like that. And in this way, she became free from the endless cycles of birth and death, and thus, without doubt, here it says, Muktim yanti ti tad bhaktihi muktireva na sanshaya. There is no doubt that Sri Ram's devotion and worship is equivalent to attaining mukti and delivery from, or freedom from, cycle of birth and death. That is salvation. That is immortality. Have no doubt. See, what is the difference? What is the difference between Ishvara and us? Yesterday, I don't know if I brought this point. What is the difference between Ishvara with form, even if you say with form, Ishvara with form and individual with form? What is the difference? It's not a trick question. You have to get into the shoes of the Ishvara then. What is your disposition with form? I am this body. Correct? And you have to think about it. It's a thought in your mind. Ishvara, can he say, I am this body, that is this whole universe? Can he say that? Why? Huh?
He is there everywhere.
But why can't he say that? Like we say that I am this body. Why can't he say that? He can say it as an avatar.
Is not identified with the body.
Good. He is not identified with the body because he is everywhere. But more importantly, the difference between Ishvara and Jiva is Ishvara does not have a mind. Jiva has a mind. What is Jiva's mind? Mana, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankar. You know these four? The Antarchatushtaya. Mana, mind, Buddhi, intellect, Chitta, memories, and Ahankar, the one who owns all the other three. Ishvara does not have that. And therefore he is everything and everyone. So then what do I have to do? You also dissolve Mana, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankar, because Ahankar's diet is Mana, Buddhi, Chitta. The diet of Aham, I, Ahankar, is all the memories, is all the stimuli that are coming in the mind, is all the concepts that we have created in our intellect. Starve the I of all concepts, of all emotions, of all memories. This is where you indulge most of the time, na? Keep clicking, keep making videos of your children, and then afterwards it keeps going in a loop on the TV. You are reinforcing. Next life is guaranteed. Same thing. Empty your mind. That is what is happening every night when you go to sleep. Mind becomes empty. You are one with the truth, but you don't know that. You want to know it when the mind becomes empty. Uske liye jap karo. Remember the Lord. So Ishvara is Ishvara because you are also. Ocean is present in every wave, isn't it? Ocean is present in every wave. So when you are touching a wave, you are touching ocean. You are tasting wave, you are tasting ocean or water? Water. So when wave looks at the ocean, oh my God, he is my cause, the ocean, and it looks inside itself to Shri Ram, he is the Lord. Narayana, he is the Lord, he is the ocean. And our Lord Shiva, he is the ocean. And it tries to surrender and it looks inside, winds away from all other waves and all other disturbances. When he and in that remembrance of Shri Ram, the ocean, he merges. What will he attain? Will he attain ocean or will he attain water? Parabrahma, Paramatma. Parabrahma. And such masters, after having realized the absolute clarity that the Parabrahma, Paramatma. But when you come into the relative world, again we take the name of Sri Ram, Jai Jai Ram, because that name helped you to get to that Parabrahma, Paramatma that you essentially are. It's simple. Don't complicate it. Shabri's life is so simple. We saw before this Jatayu's life. He also left his body in front of Sri Ram. He also realized Sri Ram is none other than the Parabrahma Paramatma. Then he came to Kabandha Rakshasa, whose head was in his tummy and couldn't move anywhere but long arms. And he catches Ram and Lakshman. They escape from his clutches, and Ramchandraji kills him. And when he kills him, Gandharva comes out of him. And the Gandharva, the moment because he has been touched by Ram's arrow, suddenly he realizes Sri Ram is nothing but the Lord Narayana. Everyone whom he is touching is realizing the truth, and they become realized. Why are we delaying? After even listening to 1 hour already, we have been listening. So many years we have been doing puja. So many temples we have been to. So many pilgrimages we have been to. So many artis we have done. So many homas we have done. Why are we still separate from that divine? Where is the shortcoming? It's not in the Lord. We are not available. Don't get addicted to karma, to action. Action is there to purify and merge. When we are addicted to activity, then merging will not happen. Then you keep wanting to do activity again and again and again. But activity should be done in such a frame of mind that activity must lead to dissolution of mind and become one with the reality. Don't you do that every day? This is not out of high-fly information I'm giving. Every day you wake up to involve in activity, isn't it? Whole day you do activity. Why do you do activity? Only for the mind to merge back into the truth when you go to sleep, isn't it? So why don't you do it consciously? That is what is happening. You know it or you don't know it. You have to just catch that this is who I am. And in this way, so don't get caught up in debates, don't get caught up in arguments, don't get caught up in discussions. Our job is only to remember the Lord and through His name and attain salvation. And this remembrance of the Lord itself is the Kamadhenu cow, which fulfills all your wishes. So when you start taking the name, I'll tell you the science of it now. When you take the name of the Lord and you focus on the name of the Lord, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram. If you are able to chant Shri Ram, Jai Ram for 5 minutes without any distraction, your mind has become focused for 5 minutes. If you are able to, and that focus will come only when your love and devotion and surrender towards the Lord is, bhav has to be there. Then only focus comes. And as you keep building it up, suppose you are chanting Shri Ram, Jai Ram for half an hour. No distractions. You go into samadhi also, savikalpa samadhi. You sit silent in between for a long time, then again you come out, again the japa automatically starts, and for half an hour you are able to stay with it without any other thought. If any other thought comes also, you are able to mentally just brush it away and stay without any stop in your Shri Ram, Jai Ram. You have developed a focused mind for half an hour. Now, if there are certain unfinished businesses in your life, suppose it was, I have to buy a house, I wish my child gets into medicine, or I wish I get a promotion, etc., etc. If these some unfinished businesses in your life were there, and they will naturally appear in your mind when you are chanting the mantra. That half an hour, 1 hour focus that you have developed in taking the name of the Lord, you put it on any activity. That activity has to excel. Has to excel. It will give you the result. This is the secret. When he says, Yoga Kshemam Vahamyam. So you do it. As I said, God has all the answers. So you take his name, don't doubt, and at a very personal level, at a physical level, at an empirical level, that a focused mind can achieve anything. A focused arrow, when Sugriv said, I want to see what your strength is. How do I know whether you will be able to help me get my kingdom back? Ramchandraji shot one arrow. It pierced through the sal vriksha. They are the very hardwood. But the arrow was so pointed and so powerfully sent that it pierced through 7, meaning all the chakras. So is our thought, is our japa, is our intention, is our conviction so strong that it is able to overcome all the challenges and difficulties of life and attain the required result? Or we are prarambha start and then push thodi der ke baad I'm bored, I'm not interested. No, that strength to stay with the goal, even if it is in the relative world, it will only come through japa. So build your japa bank balance, build the focus and concentration. I'm using more than concentration, it is single pointedness. Concentration is through force. Japa is not done through force. Japa is done through bliss, through joy, through bhakti, through samarpan, through bhav. It is sahaj. And in this manner, and therefore, because of this quality of Sri Ram, Lord Shiva also keeps remembering Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. And this is how Adhyatma Ramayana began. We are doing Adhyatma Ramayana. Sita, Parvati ji was sitting and she has just got married to Lord Shiva. And after marriage, what do you do normally? Go for honeymoon? But Lord Shiva is sitting and gone into meditation for years, for cycles of life, eons. And she is waiting, abhi kholega, abhi kholega. She is the most beautiful lady in the universe, Jagadamba. But he is keeping his eyes closed. Now she is not frustrated or she is not mad. Then eventually she starts multiplying herself, and then when he opens, she says, how come, what is that you are so intoxicated that you keep your eyes closed and keep thinking about, and you are not looking at me whom you are just married? I'm so beautiful, I'm here to serve you, you don't want seva, you don't want anything, and you are just lost in your own. I would also like to know that. He says, oh Priye, oh darling, you have asked a very pertinent question. I'm very pleased with your question. Come. He makes her sit on his lap, and he says, the one whom I am meditating upon, he is my soul. He is Sri Ram. He says, who is Sri Ram? I would also like to meditate upon him. If he is so dear to you, that you are not interested in me, then it must be someone more worthy than me. Then I would also like to meditate on him. Then he starts the Adhyatma Ramayana. So our mind must ask this question: who is that in which the I merges back in every night when it goes to sleep? Asha, wo hai. It doesn't want the world. Okay, I also want to merge into that. Sri Ram, Jai Jai Ram. And in this manner, this Aranyakand concludes, and now Kishkinda Kand will begin, and we'll look at it in our next class. Just a small point here, the Yama Niyam. You have to live in this world where you do not disturb the world by your thought, word and deed, and you do not get disturbed by anyone's thought, word and deed. Because this is where the karma action happens, no? Speech is activity, thought is activity, and actions at the body level are also activity. So we should not be disturbed by anyone's deed, anyone's words, anyone's thoughts. And we should also not disturb anything in this world by our deeds, our speech, and our thoughts. This is the way you live in the world. This is yama. And for that, sattvam kshama arjavam dhyanam anrushasya mahimsanam dama prasado madhuryam mruduteti yama dasha. So these are the 5 qualities of yama. Here it is. I am giving you in a synopsis. Don't disturb, don't get disturbed. Here it is: satyam, kshama, arjanam, dhyanam, ahimsa, and then shaucham, snanam, tapodanam, maune jadhyayanam, vratam, uposhanopasthadandau, dashaite niyamas smrutaha. These are the 5 niyamas. Niyamas means, niyam is, we put niyam on other people. That person should have behaved properly. That child should, my children should behave properly. We put parameters, we put rules and regulations, etc., etc., etc. What are we doing? Ourselves, we are not living disciplined life. We want other people to live disciplined life. For example, we want children to go to swim, but we don't know how to swim. We want children to learn all the shlokas, but we don't. Next generation should know the Sanatan Dharma, you know. We have to pass on the culture of our culture to the children. What about you? One lady, I went to Melbourne in one lady's house. Swamiji, same question, what will happen to the children nowadays? Because she was frustrated with her children. So what will happen to the children? How will we have to do something for the sanskaras to be passed on to the next generation. And I am sitting on the sofa like this. She is also sitting on the sofa. And the husband came and he sat at her feet on the floor. And she's going on samskara. I was smiling. They say, why are you smiling? I said, are you following samskara? Yes, Swamiji. I do puja every day. I do my Lalita Sahasranam every day. I go to temple every Saturday. And I said, all that you do, God does not know whether you do it or not. I am only telling what I am seeing. Samskar says, wife should be at the feet of husband. Kalyug is going on. Husband is at the feet of the Oh, Swamiji, immediately she came down. It doesn't matter. I'm just being the devil's advocate here. So don't talk about what niyamas have to be imposed on others. More than for putting the niyamas, you trust that the soul that has come in contact with you, whether it is your child, your husband, your wife, your parents, or anyone else, take it as a soul, not as a relation. That is a divine soul. And when you take it as a divine soul, when you take it as a ansh of the Lord, as a part of the Lord, then you can't improve the Lord, man. Then you'll accept that, you'll trust that if it is a part of the Lord, Lord knows what journey that soul has to go through. Then you will not shortchange, you will not doubt, you will not be suspicious whether that person is going in the wrong way, or you just know. And you can see some parents, they come, the parents say, no, I know you will be all right, man. See? Because they trust. Those who don't trust in the divine, or they don't trust that the child that they have or the parents that they have are an expression of the divine, then they start manipulating. Correct? Then they start manipulating. All we can do is, if it is the divine soul, I have to do seva. Life has put me here as a sannyasi. I am doing seva of spreading the name of the Lord. You are there as a parent. You do the seva. Do the right thing. But do it with trust. Do it with faith. Do it with the recognition that the one's seva you are doing, your children, your parent, your society, your community, that all are expressions of the divine. Then you see, it will intuitively you will know what is to be done, what is not to be done. You will not undermine anyone. Then you will not talk behind the back. Then you will not find out faults of others. Then you will only be, your presence will only be encouraging to everyone, because you are, by default you are positive. Because God cannot be negative. Yes, he is beyond positive and negative. He is beyond positive and negative, but he doesn't promote negativity. He doesn't promote bad qualities. He is a master of bad qualities, and he is a propagator of good qualities, isn't it? So that must express through us also, if we are devotees of the Lord, if we are satsangi. And in this manner, here point is given that one must contemplate on the, contemplate means cultivate yama and niyama, and they automatically come as you are doing your japa sadhana, as your at one ment with the name of the Lord becomes more refined and more refined with devotion, automatically, till you have not merged, you will feel, what are my shortcomings? Where am I falling short? Why is it not happening? Why am I not merged? Why is it taking so long? And whatever your shortcomings are, you will try to build upon, remove them. You will do whatever is required that is becoming an obstacle between you and the Lord. And these are some of them which are yama and niyama. Because where do the stimuli come from? They come from the world, isn't it? From outside only they come, or from within the body and mind they come. These are the two sources of disturbances. So yama is to pacify the outside disturbances, and niyama is to pacify the inner disturbances. And when everything settles down, when all the waves on the ocean settles down, then the reflection of the moon is clear. When there is too many waves, there is no reflection of the moon. So when our mind settles down, firstly outside settles down, then the inner settles down, then the Lord who is there in our heart, he shines forth automatically. You don't have to create him. He is there always. You have to settle down. You have to become, this is called becoming available, which I was talking yesterday. So with that, we will conclude. The topic that comes before we get into Kishkinda Kand is who gets deliverance. That we'll talk in our next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Just sit quietly for a moment. Hari Om. Are we having one more class or straight dinner? Lunch? Boss?
Whatever the feedback.
Okay. He is handed over. What's the time now?
12:10.
You tell me.
We'll have another one.
No, you are deciding. Let it.
No, we will have one more.
We'll have one more? Short one. Maybe not. Huh?
At 1 o'clock.
So 1 to 2, 1 to 1:45, and then, so if you guys want to, those who are in Melbourne, if you are not sleeping, you can keep the Zoom on, and when the class begins, wake up and listen. Okay.
Merge with the Lord and come out.
Huh?
Merge with the Lord and come back.
Merge with the Lord and come back. We are giving you opportunity. Tomorrow is Sunday, so no problem. Hari Om.
So 12:30 to 1:30.
12:30 to 1:30. Half an hour break is enough now.
yeah.
12, another half an hour, and then we come back. Hari Om. Hari Om.